Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Y'all niggas see what time it is. Y'all niggas already know who I'm going for. Y'all see the hoodie though. Y'all know what the fuck time it is. We about to watch another massacre. 2 massacres in one day. First the Seahawks got, well, first the Patriots got their backs blown out by the Seahawks. And now Yusuke's about to get his back blown out by Ichigo. They should have ran that Naruto Ichigo one back. Ichigo beats Naruto. Fuck what them niggas talk about. They should have ran that shit back. That was a classic death battle. Nah, that shit was a classic though. That shit was a classic though. That was a classic reaction. I might, if I could find that shit, that might be like the end of the. I might put that like at the end of my my reaction though, cause that shit was funny. But yeah, hey yo man, what's good YouTube? It's your boy, your host, First Guy Dragon Squad, bitch. Back to the reaction. Today we're here with Ichigo versus Yusuke from Death Battle. Did get spoiled on this. I ain't really had time to watch it today. I'm recording this bitch at like fucking 12 in the morning on the 9th. I had the web browser up the whole time. I'm trying to get spoiled. I'm trying to get on social media. It's about the Super Bowl. And that was it. But we here. We start recording. Yes, sir, ski. Yes, sir, ski. Ear tool spectacles. The rest of you know, man. Ayy! What do you niggas talking about? Yeah. Hold on.
Ichigo Kurosaki versus Yusuke
Urameshi.
The substitute Shinigami of Bleach versus the spirit detective of Yu Yu Hakusho. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
After what happened 1,000 year.
Tell me, Boomstick.
After what happened 1,000 year blood war, nigga. Man, you cannot fuck with that nigga Ichi. I just finished 1,000 year blood war, by the way, on my Patreon. Link in the description down below. First 2 episodes of every series I drop is free. So, yeah, go check that shit out.
What happens when we die?
Endless.
Disrespect to showing Goku. Y'all ain't even make Goku win one death battle, bro. Damn.
Nothingness? Jeez, man, I don't know. We just started.
Our souls are ferried by Shinigami, gods of death, in an eternal cycle of death and rebirth.
That was my second guess.
And when a soul goes astray, warped by evil and regret, it's a Shinigami's job to purify such violent hollows and send them off to the realm of the dead, the Soul Society.
Yes,
Works
sir.
great till it doesn't. Enter Ichigo Kurosaki, whose tragic anime backstory came way too early when his mom was killed by a hollow. Reason number 1 why you should never want your kid to be the anime protagonist.
Like
With his grief, young Ichigo was crushed under the weight of survivor's guilt.
So he lashed out the only way he knew how, beating people up.
But this wound began to heal when he found his calling, upon meeting a Shinigami named Rukia.
Sir.
To stop a powerful hollow, she gave Ichigo her powers, rousing unseen potential within.
Boom, just like that, Ichigo's a Shinigami.
Substitute Shinigami. To carry out his duties, Ichigo sheds his body for an invisible one made of spiritual matter called reishi. He can wield vast amounts of spiritual energy, called Ryoku, and exert it offensively in the form of spiritual pressure, or Reiatsu.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
that's a lot of big words, but all it really means is he's a super-powered ghost with an epic sword. His spirit aura is so strong, he can stun-lock foes, crushing them under his own power, even fatally.
He controls spirit matter
Crazy
in
work.
and around him, hardening his skin for defense and leaping off of invisible footholds in the air. Paired with speed-boosting skills like Shunpo, he can virtually fly.
Say goodbye to the kid who beat up bullies for their lunch money, and hello to the town's new superhero, with fellow Ghostbusters Orihime, Chad, and Uryu, plus Rukia, with fellow Ghostbusters for their lunch.
Yeah, that nigga only got one move, nigga. Getsuga Tensho, and then the Getsuga Juja show. What the fuck the shit called? And nigga got nigga got one attack.
money.
Besides
And
swinging the
hello
fucking
to
sword.
The town's new superhero with fellow Ghostbusters Orihime, Chad, and Uryu.
Guess there are
Plus
Ghostbusters,
Rukia.
huh?
It was the Shinigami's job to tear hollows a new hole.
While balancing responsibilities at school, of course. GPA comes first, and maybe a round or two of tech.
But it wouldn't be possible without
Oh,
his
yeah, they do be
Shinigami
playing
blade,
Tekken.
a Zanpakuto. It's basically a superpowered spirit that's physically a sword. Ghost sword.
Though strangely, Ichigo's sword is composed of two distinct spirits, both named Zangetsu, which isn't confusing at all.
Just call him Old Man Zangetsu and Hollow Zangetsu. Anyway, the double ghost sword gives Ichigo lots of new moves, including his trademark attack, the sword beam to end all sword beams, Getsuga Tensho!
Getsuga Tensho is incredibly
Sir.
powerful and so effective that Ichigo developed multiple variants. He can fire it as a wave, detonate it mid-attack to act as a barrier, and combine two at once into the even stronger Getsuga Jujisho.
Yeah.
The biggest hollows down to size. Ichigo was ridiculously strong, even from frame 1.
He can make giant shockwaves and parry spiritual light beams from a Menos Grande. And these aren't fake, slower-than-light lasers. Guidebooks confirm they're real light, and the novels say so too.
Plus, early on, Uryu moved so fast that he left his own shadow behind.
But
Damn.
as Ichigo became more involved with the Soul Society, he quickly found that he wasn't good enough.
This Byakuya guy's so fast, Ichigo can't even see him. Time for a good old-fashioned training arc. Hit the music!
Until now, Zangetsu had operated only in its base state, Shikai. So Ichigo learned to release its inner power, a 10 times boost that takes most Shinigami a decade to master. Bankai!
In Bankai, his speed skyrocketed, letting him turn the tables on douchebag Byakuya. Even in Shikai, he blocked an attack that could destroy the whole frickin' Soul Society.
Because Ichigo's greatest gift is his potential to improve. Despite only being a teenager, he mastered swordsmanship well enough to thrash experts who had been training for centuries. He can quickly adapt to new weapons and styles mid-fight, surpassing his limits time and time again.
Like when he took on Catboy Grimmjow. He was getting clamped, but as soon as he heard Orihime cheering him on, that was all he needed to smash that kitty.
You mean Grimmjow, right?
Yeah, but even with that main character energy, Ichigo couldn't match Big Bad Aizen. With just a finger, Aizen stopped Ichigo's Bankai and his theme song, Rude.
Ichigo needed to tap into his
Bro,
unexplained hollow power. Except
Iconic moment in anime history.
Hollow Zangetsu wasn't going to make it easy.
Old Man Zang's pretty chill, but this guy's a menace.
Still, Ichigo needed his help and conjured a hollow mask to expand his power. But this meant the hollow within only grew stronger.
Masked up, he can fire lasers, bypass super senses, and heal lost limbs. But piss him off enough, and he'll go full hollow. And you really don't want that.
Application exceeds even Bankai, and was
yeah.
enough to crush Ukiura in a battle that shook all of Hueco Mundo, the world of hollows.
Full hollow Ichigo could even tear through all 3 layers of hell.
But with help
Crazy.
from his secret Shinigami father, Ichigo continued to train for months in the Dangai, a corridor between dimensions, until he was finally ready to challenge Aizen.
Challenge is an understatement. He manhandled Aizen, shattered mountains with sheer aura, and flexed so hard he smashed out of the black coffin, which crushes space like a mini black hole.
Crazy.
And yet, it still wasn't enough. So by becoming Getsuga itself, Ichigo unleashed his ultimate attack, Mugetsu, defeating Aizen at the cost of all his power.
He might have saved everyone, but now it was back to Normieville.
Ichigo never truly realized until then just how much being a Shinigami meant to him. The power to protect others, his drive, his pride in himself was gone. He would give anything to get it back.
And he did, thanks to a surprise assist from Rukia. Boom! Shinigami again!
Yes, sir.
Just in time for a 1,000-year blood war with a final endgame boss, Yuhabak.
Who planned to
Sir,
end
you're about-
everything. And while other Shinigami tried their best, only Ichigo
Fucking
was special
demon.
enough to pull it off.
His father was a Shinigami. His mother was a member of the ancient Quincy's and possessed by a hollow. Hence, his 2 Zanpakuto spirits, one Quincy, the other hollow and Shinigami, made Ichigo a perfect union to break Yuhabak's plan. Finally, Ichigo understood himself, fully unifying with both Zanpakuto spirits within. With that came a new Shikai and 2 new Zanpakuto.
True Shikai! If you thought Ichigo was strong before, oh boy, he's the strongest Shinigami alive!
Slice through the chains of hell, block the world destroying Suigoku, casually react to the cereals and ballers, yeah. Perry Baku's hundreds of millions of cuts, yeah. Crush Okiyora's Lonzo Del Rolapago. Shattered Eyes' Hado 90 up. Match Soul King, your boss Roman in power. He did. Defeated Renji. That's not really a statement. Renji's damn near Yamcha. He's just cooler. Kenpachi, Kuya, Grimmjow, Okiora, Aizen Genjo, Yuaba. That's all niggas he beat? That's it? Like, he beat more than that, but...
They're dead. Undead? Yeah.
Stronger than Kenpachi, who could split the Dangai in half. Stronger than Senjumaru, who shook heaven and earth across the realms. And strong enough to match Yuhabak, even after he absorbed the Soul King.
Juiced up with...
Yeah, that's I feel guys can't tell that's what the hoodie is based off design off of. I think I got this from Solz or Soul King. No, that's Solz. Solz fucking beat producer from I think it's called Soul King. If I find it, I'll put the link in the description. I don't be gatekeeping sauce like some niggas. I let everybody eat. I'm so the freshest, but I let everybody eat. I don't be gatekeeping.
Soul King power, Yuaba could nuke all of 3 realms. The human world, Soul Society, and Hueco Mundo, plus the Dangai and Garganta in between, which have a bunch of pocket dimensions sprinkled in. Hell, just the Soul King's corpse sent a shockwave across all the realms.
And it's not a matter of disrupting the flow of souls. Yuhabak was going to end everything through sheer power alone.
But Ichigo still wasn't done powering up.
Entering a new half-hollow form and merging his Getsuga Tencho with a mighty hollow attack, the Gran Rey Sero.
Making a giant crescent.
Oh, they ain't animate this part yet.
Still wasn't done powering up.
Entering a new half-hollow form and merging
Did Core 4 drop, nigga?
His Getsuga Tencho with a mighty hollow attack, the Gran Rey Sero.
Making a giant crescent slash that rips through space itself.
All that power culminating in his
Crescent slash
with a mighty hollow attack, the Gran Rey Sero.
Making a giant crescent slash that rips through space itself.
All that power culminating in his true Bankai. A power so great, even Yuhabak was scared of it.
Joke's on you! Ichigo didn't even need it! You're done!
Ichigo was finally content. And 10 years later, he remains a Shinigami, having found the courage to stand on the edge of life and death, conquer his fears, and walk onward.
Real ass nigga.
Most teenagers have no idea what they want to do with their life.
All right.
However,
I never really watched the Yu Hakusho, but my older brother he fuck with it though. Yeah. I watched Hunter x Hunter by the same author, but yeah, I was watching Yu Yu.
that was hardly a problem for juvenile delinquent Yusuke Urameshi, because he only ever wanted to do one thing.
Throw hands!
Throw them motherfucking hands,
It don't matter
nigga.
who the ops are, be they women, old folk, or babies, Yusuke lived to fight. It's what gave life meaning. Who cares about stupid things like friends and family?
Which is why it was so surprising when one day he threw himself in front of a speeding car to save a child, bringing that reckless life to a screeching halt.
Truck-kun claims another victim.
But this is chapter 1 of a battle shonen, so death is hardly the end.
Surprisingly, though, it wasn't a spooky skeleton in a hood who arrived to claim Yusuke's soul. It was a blue-haired anime girl on a broomstick.
This was Botan, whose job was to ferry Yusuke's newly deceased spirit off to the afterlife.
Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for him, he was such an asshole that the underworld didn't see his selfless death coming and didn't have any space prepared for him.
That's
Imagine
crazy.
being such a menace to society that the second you do something nice, hell itself gets caught with its pants down.
That's
So
crazy.
the underworld surrogate king, Koenma, offered Yusuke an alternative. He could return to life as an agent of the afterlife, a spirit detective, solving supernatural crimes and fighting off demonic threats to humanity.
Naturally, Yusuke did what anyone would do in that situation, and told Satan Jr. to stuff it! I mean, he was never really good for anything, and no one was gonna miss him, so what's the point of coming back to life? It's not like his mom would be sad, or his
Yeah.
childhood sweetheart Keiko would be heartbroken, or even his rival Kuwabara would shed manly tears. Oh man.
At the sight of loved ones who cared far more than he ever expected, Yusuke had a change of heart and accepted Koenma's offer. returning to life with a new purpose and a new job.
And newfound ass-kicking ability. In his quest to beat the dog shit out of demon kind, Yusuke learned to harness Reiki, or spirit energy. He's ridiculously strong, fast, and durable, heals from wounds quickly, and can see spirits invisible to mortal men.
Even early on, Yusuke could parry Suzaku's lightning arrows, which are formed from real lightning called down from the sky. And with the help of legendary warrior Genkai, he mastered a signature move that could blast anyone to smithereens.
My favorite shonen move ever, the Spirit Gun! At first, Yusuke had a limited number of shots, but eventually, he turned it into his personal WMD. Stronger than any weapon on Earth, he could go finger blasting around as much as he wants.
The Spirit Gun is more versatile than it appears. Yusuke can bounce it off surfaces for sneak attacks, propel himself around like a rocket in flight, and produce massive explosions with each shot.
He can twist it up for a Spirit Shotgun, a mighty AoE blast, or a Spirit Punch, where he keeps the energy stored in his fists and clobbers the hell out of you. And the Spirit Wave, a Kamehameha from before we uncultured Americans knew what a Kamehameha was.
Yusuke may be a punk, but he's deceptively skilled
Damn,
and cunning.
damn.
He's not afraid to fight dirty.
You gotta get hands, ain't he?
Using sleight of hand to place cigarettes on his foe to track them in the dark.
Personally, I'd call that smart, and his hand-to-hand is A+. He's matched experts like Kabano, who's said to have mastered all forms of martial combat.
That's
But
crazy.
his best secret is how quickly he improves. All it takes is a round of training,
Damn.
someone threatening his friends, and Yusuke's power will spike to match stronger enemies, even if it means literally burning through his own life force for a power-up.
All known demons and demon fighters are individually ranked on a scale of power from E to S.
E and D class demons are nothing special. We're talking local threats at best. C and B are getting a bit dicey in a destroy your city kind of way. A and S? Well, hold on to your ass. We're talking end of the world.
As Yusuke forged bonds with new allies, like demons Hiei and Kurama, as well as his old pal Kuwabara, he found himself facing opponents he couldn't beat, such as the monstrous Toguro, who could vaporize weaker demons and crush their souls with sheer aura.
But Yusuke
Crazy.
needed to survive and protect his loved ones. So he had no choice but to rank up, even if it meant absorbing the power of a small star.
Damn.
Thanks, Genkai!
Our sun has an average luminosity of 380 septillion watts, or joules per second. Small.
You know when they start bringing out the calculations, nigga. The numbers. I don't think they brought no numbers for Ichigo. They're bringing out numbers for Yusuke. I was unfamiliar with your game. Yusuke, I was very unfamiliar with your game.
Small stars like red dwarfs output about 1/10,000th of that. So this spirit orb's energy per second would equal about 9 million megatons of TNT.
Enough to send Toguro to the grave.
Even after pushing past his own limits, Yusuke would still need more power to face S-class threats
More
like
power?
Sensui, a past spirit detective gone bad, and a great measuring stick for what top-tier demons are capable of.
Sensui was so yoked he couldn't even use all his power in the human world without threatening to bring down the whole thing. He compared destroying the whole goddamn planet to kicking an anthill.
According to Genkai, Yusuke could destroy the planet too, if he really wanted. And even A-class threats like King Enma have shaken both the demon and human worlds.
That anima guy is strong as balls. In the past, he fought the Netherworld King Yakumo, who could eradicate the entire human world and remake the
His design
Netherworld.
is sick.
Yusuke's power surpassed both of them, to the point where he overloaded Yakumo with his own energy. And do keep in mind, Yusuke was still only A-class at the time, a far cry from S-classes like Sensui, whose sacred energy was 10 times his superior.
But not for long, sucker, because turns out Yusuke was a demon himself.
Literally. Yusuke is the descendant of an ancient and incredibly powerful being, one of the strongest in existence, Ryzen, the Demon King.
With his Bazoku mark, Yusuke can channel Ryzen's spirit for a huge power boost and a massive thirst for murder boost. This was his first
Damn!
dangerous new
God
type of
damn!
spirit energy, Yoki.
A form of energy used by demons. Like normal Reiki, it can be amplified by intense emotions. Unlike normal Reiki, its use creates a pleasurable feeling, feeding into the user's rage and bloodlust, the feral animal within.
So Yusuke upgraded his spirit gun to a demon gun.
Damn!
It's the same thing, but red. Oh, and it's strong enough to blast Sensui past the horizon, putting Yusuke's power firmly in S-class.
And making him a prime candidate to rule the demon world. But as he was thrust into a tournament vying for that throne, Yusuke began to wonder if all this power was what he really wanted.
Self-reflection? From I'll kick your ass, Yusuke Urameshi? Nah, we can worry about that later. There's a tournament to win. Which one of you, girl, baby, or grandparents is first?
Even then, as Yusuke took on the Demon King Yomi in an epic final battle, he was still growing. He had become far stronger than before, even achieving a unique version of the Mozoku form separate from Raizen's influence.
And a brand spanking new form of power. Kinda like Sensui's secret energy, but even better. It's so unprecedented, it doesn't even have a name, but it's golden glowy.
Strong enough to clash with Yomi, creating an explosion that split the heavens above and decimated the Okunin tree below, pushing the Demon King himself to his absolute limits.
But then, Yusuke lost. It's not all bad though. Even if being king would have been cool, Yusuke realized he wanted something more. He'd grown up and chose to walk a new path.
It was always Yusuke's connections with others that motivated him above all else. And it was in those connections that he found with others that
He'd grown up and chose to walk a new path.
It was always Yusuke's connections with others that motivated him above all else. And it was in those connections that he found his happy ending.
But I wouldn't piss him off if you can avoid it. Get him in the right mood or threaten the human world, and the spirit detective will beat your stupid ass.
Long.
Oh no, hey, Ichigo, I didn't know he had these. I didn't know he had this in his bag. I didn't know his bag was this deep. I still got Ichigo, nigga. Fuck what you niggas talk about, nigga. Fuck. Niggas need to start putting respect on Bleach's name, but they still dope for some reason. Like Ichigo ain't one of them ghosts. Like Bleach ain't one of them ones. He one of the ones with Naruto and Bleach, bro. I mean Naruto and One Piece.
Has its return been foretold, but now, finally, it is reborn.
The original Death Battle shirt that once dominated the world. Hell yeah, there's no better way to wear a blood spatter on
Death Battle,
awesome Mega Goose hit,
including
Team wrote up
or banned from YouTube.
and even more behind-the-scenes goodies. Like, did you know our research team wrote up a massive blog all about the science of Ash versus Yugi? Wait, I lied. They wrote up 2!
Click the link below.
Hey, when is Ruby coming back? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
All right, the combatants are set.
Speaking of which, after this, bro, why ain't y'all tell me that Ruby was in a death battle, bro? Ruby was a big part of my channel when the Jake was coming out. I don't know if they coming back out, but hell yeah, I'm watching that shit this week too.
And we've run the data through all possibilities.
That jacket drippy as fuck.
Time for a death battle!
Let's get it.
That's a demon.
That's hollow.
No doubt about it.
Damn. Hold on, damn, we get straight to it, nigga. Fuck these niggas talking, you straight to it.
Spirit guide. Getsuga. Tensho.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, hold on, Ichi. Better get that sword, damn. Oh yeah, that Quincy shit, yeah. And a dick? Oh, you think that's funny, fuck nigga? Alright, bet. Alright, bet. You think that shit funny, Ichigo? Cut his dick off. Frames dropped, didn't it? You're welcome, bitch.
Chump change. Reckless idiot! What a baby! Little demon energy got you scared.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Getsuga! Yujisho! Two at once? Damn, why Why didn't I think of that?
It is. Super spirit gun.
Give in to me, Yusuke. Let's devour him together.
Hell no! This is my fight, jackass! You just told me back!
Yeah, you're done. You powered up first. It's over. Damn!
Yeesh, rude awakening. This one's a piece of work. Need a hand, partner? Let's do it. Like old times.
On! Cut!
Hit it.
Tensa! Kongetsu!
Oh, he blocked. Oh, hold on. He blocked that shit. Ichigo, hold on. What's this? What's this? What's this?
You can do? I can go even faster.
Yeah.
You'd like? Hell yeah! Bring it on, asshole!
Oh, he throwing them hoes.
I'll
What's this?
kill
What's
you
this? What's
even
this?
if it kills me! I'm putting it all on the line! You better do the same! Screw that!
Come here, nigga. Yo.
Give me a freaking break.
Let's go.
See you on the other side.
Naruto, I want my fucking rematch, nigga.
Offers frequent flyer miles.
There's a lot to cover here, so let's break this down into 4 chapters, starting with their
My
abilities.
fucking
They
rematch.
could see Ichigo no problem, and resist auras like Taguro's that are similar to Reiatsu, so Ichigo couldn't cheese a win right away.
Otherwise, Yusuke was outmatched. Sure, the Spirit Gun could potentially match the Getsuga Tensho, and he had stat-boosting forms like the Mizoku. Ichigo, however, had more varied powers, a better healing factor, greater stamina given his months of Dongai training.
And all those swords, he just had way more abilities to play with.
For sure.
Likewise, speed was a fairly easy call. Yusuke could react to lightning early on, and obviously got much faster over time. Looking at this blast from his clash with Yomi, it erupted upwards at 57% the speed of light.
But Ichigo was faster than light from the start.
So easy.
He's gotten
Simple.
faster, too.
Exactly.
He couldn't even see Byakuya at first, but blitzed him in the rematch. Plus, he's got tons of training and power-ups since then.
The Soul King Shockwave, for example, expanded across the realms at thousands of times light speed, and Ichigo reacted to attacks from Soul King Yhwach that utilized the same power. So, Ichigo takes speed. But Yusuke's fought plenty of foes faster and more varied than him, so it's extremely important to examine their tactics and ability to adapt mid-fight.
Yeah, Yusuke for sure.
Kinda both their things. Ichigo
That
has
nigga Ichigo just throws Getsuga Tensho all over the place.
dialed on guys with centuries of training and has over a decade of experience as a Shinigami.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at figuring out new weapons and styles.
Meanwhile, Yusuke was flexible and quick to adapt, mixing cleverness with exceptional hand-to-hand. He's good enough to match Kabano, who mastered every martial art. Ichigo's decent at hand-to-hand, but it's not his go-to in the same way.
No.
So, both had their strong suits, with advantages on each side. It's fair to call this one a draw.
Leaving only the biggest winning factor,
I'll
which
give it to
could have
Yusuke.
superseded all other advantages: power.
Between Sensui, Genkai, and Enma, Yusuke could definitely destroy the planet. Examining his sky-splitting clash with Yomi and measuring its scale.
So he's not truck level.
4 trillion megatons of TNT, which is crazy.
Similarly, mid-series Ichigo could shake Huecomundo.
Alright, nigga, we doing this shit mid-series, bro. Like, yo, you doing that shit at the end, bro. Niggas not fucking with me, bro.
And block attacks that could destroy the Soul Society. But at his peak, he beat Yhwach, who could destroy several realms, which is far more impressive than just one.
To be fair, Yusuke also beat Yakumo, who could threaten 2 realms at the same time. Pretty close to Yhwach's threatening 3.
And Yusuke far surpassed Yakumo afterward. The gap between him and Sensui alone was 10 times. So there could be an argument for Yusuke's power surpassing Ichigo if 3 realms was truly Ichigo's limit.
Fortunately for Ichigo, it's not. Yhwach was also gonna destroy the Garganta, which has at least 29 pocket dimensions inside it.
Each containing at least a planet and star, much larger
Crazy.
than Yusuke's planet-sized worlds. Plus, Ichigo matched Yhwach in True Shikai, without his additional boost from Half Hollow and True Bankai.
As always with Death Battle, there's arguments either way. But the way we see it, even being generous with Yusuke's power and conservative with Ichigo's, the gap was just too big, giving Ichigo the final edge.
Fucking stop.
Sorry if things got messy, but that's just how Ichi goes.
The winner is Ichigo Kurosaki.
Next time on Death Battle.
Too easy. Who we got? Metal Sonic versus Cell?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Death Battle.
Anytime I put a Dragon Ball Z character against a nigga, them niggas be losing, bro. These niggas do not like Dragon Ball Z, bro. I don't know what Sonic they using. If they using a composite Metal Sonic, Cell, you're done, bro. The Archie comic Sonic nigga different, bro. You're cooked, bro. They ain't about to give you Cell Max. Yeah, you're donezo. Really? How the fuck did I not notice that shit, bro?
Yusuke was flexible and quick to adapt.
Is that the best you can do? I can go even faster if you'd like.
Wow, they really did get Johnny on board for that shit. That shit fire. That shit fire. But hey, man, that's all I say about this ain't though. Yeah, I definitely gotta watch the Ruby shit next. You got some other Death Battles I'm interested in, for real. But yeah, that still was Metasonic. They got me with that one. Gotta watch that one too, for sure. But that's all I say about this. J, post your comment down below. So you guys solely like, enjoy what you guys did. Subscribe because either you a dragon or you a bitch.